What up, sports fans? I'm Paulo Camacho, and this is the Macho Sports Report, where I talk to you about the sports stories that matter to me, hopefully matter to you. Continuing where we left off on our tour of potential 7th overall picks for the San Francisco 49ers, we stay in the realm of the secondary because, let's face it, the defensive backfield should also be an area of concern. Now, I already talked about Florida State cornerback/safety Jalen Ramsey, but there are a bunch of draft pundits who are already saying he's going to be taken in the top 5. If that's the case, and the 49ers have their hearts set on an elite defensive back, leave it to the state of Florida to produce 2 of them in this year's draft. More particularly, now here's a guy who can play cornerback better than just about any other prospect in the country. He's got football in his blood. His father, Vernon Hargreaves II, has been a position coach for both linebackers and defensive backs for the better part of 3 decades. He's been a standout at cornerback since he arrived at the University of Florida in 2013, intercepting at least 3 passes in all 3 years of his career. This is against the uber-competitive SEC, mind you. He's got 4.46 speed, a 39-inch vertical, and superior reflexes at the position. He's the kind of guy you can immediately stick in the defensive backfield. And in your return team, guy's pretty versatile. Projections have him topping out around 9 or 10 overall, which means he's reachable. The big knock on him, though, he's smaller than ideal size for a cornerback. Most have him at 5'10", when the ideal height is 6 foot. However, it's actually a smaller knock than the experts might have you believe. Sure, you have your elite corners like Richard Sherman, Aqib Talib, and Patrick Peterson, and all of them are over 6 feet. But you know a guy who's under 6 feet tall? Darrelle Revis at 5'11", considered for a time to be the best shutdown corner in the game. I'm sure the chip is resting on the shoulder of Vernon Hargreaves III. No pun intended. And it can only push him to do better, especially for a secondary that could use the help. Again, I realize that the 49ers are in a position to draft their choice of either defensive line or offensive line help. But if they can get themselves a pure playmaker at the cornerback position, that might make things easier for the defensive line to do its job. All I can do is make the cases, guys. But what do you think? Should they think heavily on drafting Vernon Hargreaves III at 7th overall? Why or why not? Leave your responses in the comment section below. I'm Paulo Camacho, and this has been the Macho Sports Report. Peace out, sports fans!